Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very interesting question which I'm sure most of us have always wondered about. Has a human ever drunk from the spring of life or Abe Hayat? So the author, Shaykh As-Sadooq alayhi rahmah, wishes to addresses this question in this book, Kamaluddin wa Tamaamun Ni'mah. And we are now on excerpt number 59, where we are on chapter number 50, which speaks about Muammar al-Maghribi. Now, Muammar al-Maghribi is a name that is mentioned in various hadiths, various traditions. And this chapter sort of focuses on many instances related to him and his long life. A life which was long enough to live through the time of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, until the time of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Muammar clearly held a distinction over the other worthy mentions of the people enjoying longevity. His distinction owed to the fact that once in his youth he had drunk from the spring of life, Abe Hayat. And the instances mentioned in the book, in this particular chapter, they shed further light onto his long life and the events leading to it. The reasons for his long life differ in traditions, but owe their origin to the fact that he had drunk from the spring of life in his younger days. So one of the traditions says that Muammar in his young days accompanied his father and paternal uncle on a journey to perform Hajj or Ziyarat. And during this journey, they forgot their way and were lost. They came across a set of footprints and followed them. And these footprints led them to a village where they saw two people sitting near a well, or as in other traditions, some say it was a spring. As soon as the men saw them, one of them got up, filled a bucket of water from the well and offered it to them. The two men which offered the water were prophets, Janabe Khidr alayhi salam and Janabe Ilyas alayhi salam. The elder men, the uncle and the father, refused as they had been fasting. Then that water was offered to the young Muammar, who drank from it. On seeing him drink the water, both the prophets congratulated him and bade him good fortune on seeing the 12th Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, and asked him to convey their salutation and narrate this particular incident to him. They then proceeded to question Muhammad's relationship with the elderly men traveling with him. Muhammad answered their questions. Prophets then informed Muhammad that his uncle would pass away before reaching Mecca, while his father would live for a few years more. Saying these words, they disappeared, and so did the spring and the footsteps. As they had prophesied, indeed, Muhammad's uncle passed away soon, while the father died a few years later. Later, Muhammad joined Imam Ali alayhi salam and lived some parts of his life in the active service of the first three Imams alayhimus salam. His service to the three Imams alayhimus salam is itself a witness to his long life. He, as the author mentioned, that he also bore many strange physical characteristics. It is narrated that his teeth would fall off 2 or 3 times but always grew back. Some narrations state that the hair between his chin and lip would turn white whenever he was hungry, only to change into black once satisfied. Given his long life, he used his long life in such a way that every believer would dream of living that way. He actively served the first three infallible Imams alayhimus salam, only to return to his homeland. Since he was part of the journey where he was with Imam Ali alayhi salam, he narrates one of the traditions where he says that Imam Ali alayhi salam sustained 25 injuries on his body in the battle of Khaybar. And when Imam Ali alayhi salam came to the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, in this state of being wounded, and he saw him and started crying and applied his tears. The Prophet applied his tears to the wounds, and those injuries healed immediately. We wish to share the fate of Muhammad, to serve our Imams in ways similar to Muhammad. Unfortunately, we are aloof from the Imam of the time, and all that we have in our hands and in our capacity is to pray to the Almighty Allah that we receive intercession by our Imam in the ways similar to Muhammad. Thank you. Khuda Hafiz.